Welcome back to the Open Mic Podcast. I'm Mikey B. I'm stumbling. I can't even.
So what are you doing next week instead?
Welcome back to the Open Mic Podcast. Hey, I'm Mikey B. This is the second time I've introduced myself out of like 100 episodes. I never introduced myself. I just let them figure it out.
Oh, that's right. That's your newfound thing that you're doing.
Yeah. I'm revered. It's another way to promote myself more and put me more in front of everybody else.
That's right.
And be really cool about it. So, anyways, to my left is always Jason.
Hey.
And this week, one of my oldest friends in comedy, we brought you Dante Martinez.
It's a cat.
You like how I didn't try to? I hate when people say something Spanish. They only say the Spanish words with like the rolling R's and all that. Especially like people are always trying to prove their, because I'm half Mexican, but I don't do that. People are like, oh, let me get a tortilla. I'm like, you don't talk. What are you doing? It's a tortilla.
Well, you don't like
bitch.
to flex it? You should flex it.
It feels okay. Here's the problem. Anytime around someone else that speaks Spanish, I do it because I know a little bit. They start talking to me in Spanish, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm in over my head."
See, it's the insecurity. It's like it's always who's the most Mexican in the room.
Yeah,
is the game. That's all the unspoken game.
Who's the brownest turd in this toilet?
And it's never me, unfortunately. You know.
Yeah,
but I mean, you know what? I think you should flex it more. Your Spanish would get better, and you probably would feel better about yourself.
I think I would. I do want to do I want to do Rosetta Stone or one of those to be. I used to be fluent when I was younger. It's one of those programs that teach you another language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I want to do the one that you listen to while you sleep. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I'm lazy.
And then you just start smoking more cigarettes and getting fatter or something.
Dude, I think I know Spanish then because I'm getting way fucking fat. But that's
Rosetta Stone.
Hey, when I was like 13, I had a Spanish friend said, I'm going to give you a secret along the way in your life that's going to help you. He goes, if anybody speaks Spanish to you, you don't know what they're saying? Just say no mames way. Yeah. Just say that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And I was just like, okay. And that's just if I ever been in a pinch, I'm just like, no mames way. And everyone laughs and shit like that. And then the problem is solved. You know?
I remember once I said that to an old lady, and I was like, and she was shocked too. And she was like,
you're right. No mames way. Yeah. Another one you can use is a la verga. Because it's all just talking shit, and I'm not. Isn't that like so? Whatever, suck my dick.
Oh yeah, la verga, just kind of like yeah.
Which is really translation is on the dick.
Yeah.
If I'm in a pinch, I'll try to remember that one. But no mames way has worked for quite some while.
It's the one.
Okay.
Since you're in Texas, it's your birthright to use it. You know.
Thank you. Okay.
I
accept.
Is Dante is that a stage name or is that your real? I've never asked
my
you
real
this.
name.
Is your real name?
Yeah, it's my real
Me
name.
and Jason were talking about it because we were talking shit about you before he met you. And
like with
we
everyone.
were like Dante. He's like Jason's like, is he Mexican or black? What is he? I'm like, I don't think he knows, dude.
I have the most ethnic sounding name on paper, and then I have the most racially ambiguous. Air about me. People are like, "What the fuck are you?" I'm like, "Trust me."
I've never met a Puerto Rican named Dante before.
Well, I have a brother named Dante too. So my dad named the oldest son and his youngest son. The oldest son from another family, by the way. He's like, that family was so dope. I'm gonna name the last one here.
Remix. Yeah. I'm in the same situation. My dad's name is Mike, and then I have my oldest brother's Michael, and I'm just Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Like on your.
Everything, birth certificate, everywhere. It's just Mike.
Yeah,
and it confuses people.
On your tombstone, just Mike.
Yeah, that's
only.
No, I wanted to say who.
Yeah,
Mike who? Yeah, fuck it. I'm leaning into it. Mike Jones has been fucking my name up since the early 2000s. So fuck it.
Yeah,
might as well. I had a lady in Oklahoma recently. I stopped at a gas station, and they had food, and I ordered something. I was either going to or coming from a gig, but she's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Mike." She goes, "Who?" I was like, "Mike," and she goes, "Who?" And I was like, bitch, you know what the fuck it is. Don't do that shit. All right, it's 2002. We ain't cutting in here.
Mike Jones.
Yeah.
Yodeling.
Of course. So I said, we ain't cutting up in here, bitch. She reminded. I don't know why everybody I meet in Oklahoma that works at a place reminds me of a Waffle House employee anywhere else in the country.
I would agree with that. I would say that. Or they remind me of someone from 10 years ago.
Yeah, Oklahoma's ran by Waffle House employees.
Yeah, they just have cigarette burns all over their bodies or something.
Yeah, all right. We just passed the dice covered and scrambled law, so abortions are free again.
Oh man, I better get an abortion before it's too late,
dude. Hey, there's a new way. I said this joke last week, but I'll repeat it because I believe in it. But there's a new form of abortion that's completely legal. If okay, you know, like the girls that they in their midlife crisis, they buy like the crystals and the rocks and like this is for us prosperity or whatever. If you just max out your husband's credit card on those crystals, he'll punch you in the stomach.
Oh,
Yeah.
domestic violence! Boom.
Yeah, and he's a man. They're not going to arrest him. I mean, come on, he's a dude.
I think they'll understand that.
Yeah.
That sounds believable.
That's how Greg Abbott's
Yeah.
going to get out of the chair. Yeah.
You're gonna rub a quartz all over his knees or something.
Yeah, they're going to put a crystal in his pants.
Oh, don't help him at all. Don't
Yeah,
give him.
don't
Don't
help
waste
that
your
guy.
crystal energy on him.
Yeah, don't fucking waste any crystal on him, meth or energy wise.
Yeah.
Fuck him, dude.
Or energy.
Yeah.
Save that energy.
Is it too political to say fuck you, Greg Abbott?
I think
piece
it's
of shit"?
reasonable.
I mean, I think it's your right as a voting Texan.
Subjective.
Okay.
Yeah, I vote in here
All right.
where it really matters.
See, I vote with my feelings.
There you,
You
go.
vote with your brains.
Yeah,
I vote
with
my
my
heart.
stomach brains. Yeah,
I just picked my favorite names on the ballot, and I'm like, that's a cool name.
yeah.
That's exactly the
I
way to
circle
go.
it.
If you don't know, just go with whatever they were given their name as. Because
Rocks-
names matter. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so.
Rockstar Honeycutt put this guy in charge. Yeah.
Wasn't that dude in the movie? That name sounds familiar. All right.
So how long have you been doing comedy? Because you were already around when I started. And
I would
I
say
like to make
probably
everything about me.
12
so.
years, probably.
12 years?
12 years, yeah, with a couple of hiccups in there, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah. You were like one of the first people that was like cool to me when I started comedy. Because I started back when there was all the cliques and people were just super fucking dicks about like people that wouldn't even talk to me or I'd start conversations with back then. Now when they see me like, oh hey, what's up, dude? You got a cigarette? And I'm like, who are you? What was your name?
I would say
again?
Dallas was a meaner scene 10 years ago.
Yeah. I miss it though.
There
I
was a
think we should
there was
still
a
be
cruelty
mean.
that we had.
It made me get better because I was like, oh, they won't respect me until I like earn it. And
Or
now
until you've just been around long enough. They're like it's like, oh, okay, he's not going to quit in a week, so this fucker's around. Let's
like the manager at
treat him
Taco
like-
Bell.
Yeah.
Well, the world's also changed in 10 years. You know, I mean,
Yeah, but I feel like it's a super supportive scene now, which is it's cool. But I feel like it's a double edged sword because I feel like some people need that. I've seen so many classes of people turn over, and I've seen so many people that should have quit comedy that are still doing it, and everybody's nice to them. I'm not saying being a dick to that person, but be a
Is that
little bit of
directed
a
at
dick.
me?
I'm glad you're here.
I feel like that was
I've been
direct
elected to
shot.
talk to you about your blue cheese consumption backstage.
Man, I'm a stinky fool. That's
Dude.
what it is.
well, I bet you if somebody
Not you,
made
your
like,
comedy.
I bet you if somebody made a list,
Stink.
made a list of everyone in the Dallas scene, everyone would fall into a faction somewhere.
Oh yeah, and we all make those lists in our heads. And my favorite game to play is tell me if this is your favorite game. When I go on the road with other comics, name someone and let's talk shit about them. That's always I love talking shit about people behind their back. But I'll tell you to your face like, hey man, I said this about you, and they'll be like, fuck you. I'm like, now you know. Just,
yeah.
I'm-
I just wanted
being
you to hear
honest.
from me
Yeah.
before you heard it from
Anyone else?
Dan Danzy or whoever. I said some shit to him about you.
yeah.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah. Well, if you say it to Dan, you might as well tell them because
Yeah.
he's gonna say it. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But
Speaking of Dan Danzy, 10 years ago or whatever it was, a long time ago, he used to wear suits. He was one of the suit comics.
Yeah.
I was like, he wears suits. He looks a lot cooler now. He dresses cooler now.
Yeah, I saw he posted a picture recently of him like when he started out, and it looked like some sort of like Amityville horror kid possessed, running towards the cammer and shit.
I saw that. Yeah.
I'm getting my Tide 5 ready for Jay Leno. That's why I feel like people that wear suits are trying to get on Jay Leno, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, that was how he looked before he got turned into a vampire. So
That's where I looked before he got twilighted.
I prefer the Twilight Dan.
he's glistening.
Little edgy.
I saw you put the glistens on the promo on him like he was Edward from fucking Twilight.
No,
you know?
that's just the skin of a killer. That's all it is. That's funny you mentioned him. He was our guest last week, and he has some of the like highest viewed clips we have on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw it. That's why.
Y'all go check those out, or whatever. What you know what I want you to fucking do, whatever. So 10 years in, 12 years in, and where was the first mic you did? I'm always curious about my
Fallout
friends.
Lounge. It was this bar, and it's like on Expo. So Exposition, Fair Park for anyone that's not in Dallas, Fair Park area.
If you're not from Dallas, that's the stabby
means-
shooty part of Dallas.
Yeah. It's a shifty part of town.
Oh, let me explain it this way: MLK Boulevard.
It's close, yeah.
It's very close.
But I was also a fucking crazy drunk back then too. So like I remember getting a laugh my first time, and then I proceeded to not get a laugh for like 2 years.
Oh shit.
But then had like the nowhere else to go-ness to stick around. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
I got nothing better to do. I'm just gonna keep doing this shit.
And after a while, people are like, "You just keep it on."
And then they
kid."
start laughing at you for fucking up. You know, you're just making fun of yourself for doing badly, and then you get those kind of laughs. So then when you actually get a show and people are ready to laugh, and all you know how to do is
Fuck up.
comment on how bad of a comedian you are.
Yeah.
So then when that bombs, you're like, fuck, I got nothing.
But I love self-deprecation jokes like that. I love that shit. But I'm laughing when people are doing that on stage when the crowd isn't laughing. I love that. That's the shit that I laugh
I
at.
always laugh at the randomest things. I couldn't even. I was like, no one, that part, nothing, anybody?
Yeah.
Come on, please.
Sometimes I double down against the crowd when I think something's funny and they didn't laugh, and I'm like, oh, okay, y'all don't like
It's
that.
y'all.
Yeah, I'm like, I went to a funeral recently. I'm just trying to match y'all's energy right now.
That's
But-
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's called a parachute. I use it when something bombs.
Parachute.
I don't plan them. It's just I know if something bombs, I got that and a few other lines that I throw out there. Go
I
down
just free
swinging.
fall till I hit the fucking ground.
I'm fucking swinging as I'm going down.
Well, now some of the same jokes they'll end up like doing really good one night or one show, and then crickets on another show.
Last Saturday, I ate one of the biggest dicks I've ever ate in my life on
No
stage.
shit.
And I was coming off like I had great shows in DC, didn't have a bad set, even on the late ones that were not very populated. But I went up after the guy whose show it was the host, but he had someone warm them up. Then he went up and did only crowd work for a crowd that's there to see him. And then he says, he fucking goes. He goes now. He starts explaining like the show. He's like, "Oh, I got all kinds of walks of talent here. I got people who headline shows, feature." He's like, "Basically, I got people here that you will see on TV one day, and some people that won't make it off this stage." And I didn't even make it up on the stage. The first joke hit so bad, or didn't hit so bad that they fucking hate. I doubled down. I
Sometimes
started
you know on
attacking
that
the crowd.
first
I
joke,
did.
you're like,
first
"Oh,
tag, not
you
even the
got
punchline.
stuck."
The first tag, I threw an off the cuff statement. And I was like, that sounds a little racist. And then everybody looked at me like I was a little racist. And then I doubled down. I was like, just so y'all know, I'm not a little racist. I'm completely racist. Fuck y'all.
And then they went, did they pull away or what?
Oh, they ran away, dude. Everybody had bathroom breaks in the third comic.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
yeah. We were only 20 minutes into the show. So
Don't expect a
There's
call
nothing
back
like-
from
there's nothing
there.
like, okay, the first show didn't land. You're like, okay, these next two they're gonna be hot,
Dude.
And then those don't land. Like about 4 in, you're like, okay, I'm fucked.
a couple landed. It wasn't like a complete silence the whole time. I got a few good laughs, but I was up there work. I was sweating. I only did 10 minutes, and I was sweating when I got off.
What is it about
I
us
tried
bombing
everything.
and sweating your balls off? It's
Nervous,
you freak out. You're
definitely.
just nervous.
Yeah.
It's your adrenaline's up because you're like, this isn't going well. Which I mean, I've bombed enough times. It's not like I know it's not going to change my career. I bombed
No.
in front of Joe Rogan, which I did better in my career after that happened. So maybe you should bomb every now and again.
Brings you back
I'm gonna go Austin
down
and
to
bomb in
earth.
front of him.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I made my own version. Y'all check it out. It's on my Instagram at Mikey B the Comic. Before we move on, tell people because you said you have shows coming up and this will be out tomorrow.
I
Why
got
don't
a
you
show
promote your
coming up.
shit?
Yeah, I got a show on Sunday at the Fort Worth Hyenas in the Red Room with Devin Clark headlining.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
Nice.
The seventh Sunday. Yeah, right.
Devin's going to be in here in a couple of weeks. I love Devin.
Devin is fucking hilarious. man.
He's got a radio voice. He's got a great
Yeah,
voice.
he does have a nice voice. He's
got a radio
lovely
face,
voice, and he's fun to hang out with. Ralph Barbosa put me onto him. He was like, I was talking to Ralph once. He's like, when I did my first and Friends show at the Improv, Devin's the first person I wanted on there. He goes, I wanted you to hit up Devin for a show, and that's when I first saw him as one of those Ralph shows, and man, he crushes.
Devin's hilarious. We went to Houston together and we bullied Arun and wouldn't give him his ranch from Jack in the Box until Arun screamed at us.
Whoa,
And we
'cause-
still never gave it to him. Fuck him.
Really?
Yeah.
But he's vegetarian. He's got to have the sauce.
I know.
He really fucked up.
Okay, so we got the whole weekend. Arun kept saying, "I'm not going to drink tonight," and then we'd get hammered. And I was just, I don't know, spicy, dude. I drank a bottle of tequila.
Something about
basically.
being around you, because I've had it happen too. You're like, I don't want to get drunk tonight, and then fucking we're drunk.
Yeah, it's what you got to do if you want to hang out with me because I'm a piece of shit. But me and Arun and Devin didn't get us drunk, but I don't think, I don't know, I was hammered, so was Arun. And Arun's vegetarian. All he ordered from Jack in the Box was the big order of the jalapeno poppers, but all the ranch ended up in my bag.
Uh-oh.
So I was trying to charge him $5 a ranch, and he was too cheap to pay it. So he didn't get no ranch, but he did get spicy.
I mean, it is
Bud Mount.
supply and demand at that point, right?
Yeah, I'm creating a marketplace
Over here.
But he didn't get no ranch. All he got is bun tongue and
Elon
bun mouth.
Musking that buttermilk sauce.
Dude, you got to fucking whip that butter into milk, dude.
You're trying to get some economic stimulation.
Yeah, I'm trying to blackmail this guy for some ranch, bitch. But it was funny. He was. I can't find the picture. I had a picture of him because he was so mad. He had this evil face and he's drunk and he could barely open his eyes. He's like, the ranch, give me the ranch. And yes, I did the accent. He's my friend. Fuck y'all. But he's just so mad. He's yelling at me and Debbie. He's like, the ranch. And he's like, Mikey B, the ranch. He's screaming at me. Yeah, Mikey B. I get for the last popper he had, I gave him 1 ranch. But
That's generous.
Life
I suppose.
jacket.
It's a lot of ranch for a popper. So.
yeah, well, it's what you need when you
Created
get 6 without ranch.
Speaking of poppers, have you guys ever done poppers before? Little jungle juice or
one little pop pop pop, and I loved it. It was amazing.
They're a lot of fun.
They are
poppers. Done some poppers.
I've
in my
never
time.
done any poppers, and I've only heard of other men that were searching the company of other men on Craigslist that did poppers in my life.
I was at a gay club. I was at a gay club one time, and this guy on the dance floor was doing poppers, and then like I just like, ooh, he's got poppers, and he started getting dancing closer, and like, hey, can I hit it? Can I hit it? You know, like
It's almost like a smelling salt, but it wakes up the gay demon in you, which is a lot of fun. Actually, I love going to like what was it, S4 and what was the other beauty bar?
Yeah,
Is Beauty
I wouldn't
Bar
call
even still
beauty bar.
around down there?
I wouldn't call beauty
I think
bar.
the closed beauty bar is
I wouldn't call that a. Well,
More like
no,
mixed
never
bar.
You
mind.
got hit on by guys and just
Never
thought it was a
mind.
nice place.
I stopped saying it as I was in the middle of saying it.
It's across from Barcadia.
Yeah.
The girlfriends send their straight guys over there to Barcadia.
Yeah.
Play games and Jenga outside. And then we go to Beauty Bar and we fucking dance. And I always went to Beauty Bar because I'd rather dance and do some poppers with gay dudes than fucking
absolutely.
pay $4 to play Mario Brothers.
Right.
We played it on my phone
It's
for
true.
free.
It's true.
I in college, most of my friends were gay, are gay. They're still gay. They're
body
my
rituals.
friends.
Did
And,
any change back?
But I
Flip like
I was
pancakes.
just like a sad sad virgin, not knowing how to talk to anybody, and then like all my gay friends put me under their wing, and they were mostly lesbians too. So like
That's good.
Just I started having sex after I linked up with that crowd.
Yeah.
You know,
With lesbians or gay dudes? Or
both. I mean, it was like lesbian and gay crew
Damn,
that I was.
you hit
that
the
was-
ground running, dude. You fucking
Yeah,
hit the
man.
ground. Matumbe, you fucking.
I was their
Matumbo?
token. I was the token straight
the
in the
basketball.
bunch.
What-
Yeah.
Matumbo?
Oh
What's
no,
the-
who's the
what's
fast
the- Usain
running?
Bolt.
Usain. Yeah.
Usain. He was going insane like Usain, dude. Fuck yeah.
I went in jogging. I don't run anything.
Flojo.
I think it's yogging.
Jogging.
think
I
the
went
J
in
is silent.
lumbering out of breath around. Just I can't run.
How old
Yeah.
were you when you lost your virginity?
23.
23 and me,
Oh wow.
dude.
Yeah, so
That's
I
a
was
little bit of
kinda
a
old.
wait. Okay.
It was a long 23 years.
Was
and
that-
I'm from Mesquite, so I don't know how trashy your town is, but I'm from Mesquite, and all my friends were like fucking at like 12 and 13.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
You mean your cousins? Because both of my cousins, both me and 2 of my guy cousins were like months apart. So when we were 13, they both got girls pregnant in a town
Oh,
smaller
shit.
than my town, and a town that's like the population was 1,000 people.
What's the name of the town?
Maypearl.
Never heard of it.
Exactly, dude. It's Maypearl, Texas, which sounds like some Andy Griffith shit. They both got girls pregnant, and all my uncles and my dad were giving me shit like, "You better not get a girl pregnant." I'm like, "I'm trying. I haven't. I'm 13. I just learned how to use my dick myself." Yeah, they're advanced cock users. I don't know what to do.
I still don't know what to do. I'm trying to figure this shit. I'm just trying to learn
Yeah.
my body, you know.
Hey, fucking
You're
man.
exploring your body.
I'm just gonna figure this
It's a
shit out
ride.
before I
This
go.
whole thing is a ride, man. It changes, you know.
Dude, DM me.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
explain it.
No, I just want to talk.
Oh, okay.
I'm lonely too. So, like, what was your first sex position the first time you had sex?
Out of breath. I thought, before I had sex for the first time, I thought you had sex in the push-up position. So before I started having sex, I would try like.
you thought it was just straight.
I thought I was try to practice, I guess, planking or whatever, and I was like, I don't know how people do this. I was like,
You just lay there with your arms flat, like
no, like a push-up.
Molly Shannon,
like a
and-
push-up, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not. This is going to be terrible.
And then you're like grinding your hips and shit like that while you're on the
so I
push-up.
didn't
You're like,
know. I still don't know, but I mean,
It was like,
I've burned so many calories.
in, out, in. When I was younger, I used to think that, and I mean, I hit puberty real young, so I've been thinking about sex since before I came out of my mom.
that's cool because you hit middle age even younger, right? So-
Yeah. I'm past middle age. I hope I'm dead almost. But I used to think that, like here's 2 people's bodies. I thought the vagina was here, penis here. I thought you could just like.
I knew a girl named.
I didn't know you had to like.
I believe her name was Yon Don in high school. She got pregnant in
Ooh,
9th
Yon
grade.
Don?
I think that was her name.
The
But,
Don Juan of wonton makers.
And she got pregnant, and she didn't know you got pregnant through sex. She was like, I didn't know that got you pregnant. I thought we got pregnant through our belly buttons. And I was like,
Oh,
you were fucking,
shit.
and you didn't know how you got pregnant?
It's okay. He didn't come in my belly button.
Yeah, I was like, Way lower than this.
It's okay. He didn't come in my spring break piercing.
She was a lot of fun. I never. My spring break.
She sounds
piercing?
like a lot of fun, dude.
I just had classes with her. I never did anything like that with her. But like, she was just funny.
Man, I knew a ton. I knew a
class
ton of 13, 14-year-olds when I was that age, like that were getting pregnant. I was in Chicago. I mean, it was just happening.
It's
I
like the
mean,
Midwest.
people are fucking out there, man.
There's nothing else to do. Plus, it's cold.
There was no internet either.
You got to knuckle
Yeah.
down for the winter. You know, have someone to keep you warm.
Yeah,
How old are you?
I'm 40.
You're 40?
I just turned 40. Yeah.
he's right
Yeah,
up
I
in
turned
there.
40 this year.
Right up in there.
Congrats.
Look at that.
So we were in the
Life
age.
didn't go like I had planned. It's just,
This is not A or B or C.
Life is still happening. I like to think.
when I
though,
grow up,
you know?
Yeah, I still think about earlier. I was in the car running errands. I was like, man, when I grow up, and I was like, when I grow up, I'm fucking 40.
when I grow up and start receiving my Social Security, I'm going to learn to play guitar and start a band.
That's when I'm going to be made.
Yeah, I still think about when I grow up. And I just feel I feel like I'm not gonna grow up.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
it's too late now.
It's
Why
right.
start now?
Exactly, and you could be a 60-year-old child now. It's fine.
I mean, it's
It
not
doesn't
too late
matter.
to be like a fireman or a.
It's too late. I'm out of breath from smoking the cigarette.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I could survive a fire then because I'm used to I'm used to breathing the
Maybe.
smoke. Maybe I'd be a better fireman because I'm so fat and out of shape and nobody would care if I died.
Yeah.
You know what a fireman does?
No, I don't. I have no idea. I know Jimmy's a fireman. He talks about
Oh, Jimmy Nelson?
yeah. He talks about
No.
finding like doing welfare checks. And he tells a joke about it on stage. I won't butcher the joke, but basically they do a welfare check on this guy. They had to bust in his door because nobody's answering. He's dead. Dogs eating him.
Oh,
Dogs
no, really?
just staying on
Yeah.
top of him, just eating them. The guy's been dead for days, and yeah, it's. I don't think I want to be a fireman.
Yeah,
The
no.
real damper.
A real Munson.
Yeah, that's sad.
Well, cool, man. Let's move on to the next segment. You got some questions for us, Jason?
Yeah, yeah. So, would you rather go without shampoo for the rest of your life or toothpaste for the rest of your life?
Oh, fuck a bottle of shampoo. I believe the hair is a self-cleaning organ, but your mouth, when it's stank, you're a horrible person.
I say toothpaste because I forget to brush my teeth. Plus, I have fake teeth, so I can take them out and put them in cleaner. I need my shampoo because I haven't had dandruff in years because I haven't went without Head and Shoulders in years. Plus, mouthwash. I keep mouthwash in my car anytime I date a chick who doesn't smoke and I smoke. Before I get out of the car when I get to the date, a couple swig, spit it out. Let's go
In this
to town.
scenario, you gotta like bar it up with a little bar of soap.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could use something just not shampoo. So you can use soap, bar
I only shampoo
soap.
like once a week anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like
But on my
good hair,
floss
good
game
hair,
is on
good hair
point.
stays like with some earth in it.
With
you
our,
know?
with our
Yeah.
swoop to dupe, it's that second or third day grease that makes it look good.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Of course.
That's right.
The first day after I shampoo it, it looks it's like
that's-
60%.
Second or third day plaque is foul.
It's true.
Tell me. Smell like sausage?
Cigarettes, I just
Oh, okay.
no smoke.
Just being honest here, right?
What would you pick?
Man, I think at this stage my teeth are already on the way out. I'll just I'll,
You guys are
I'll
condemned.
just go with shampoo and just let the teeth go and get dentures.
Your teeth are like an old married couple at a young person's party. They're
I've-
like, we're about done here.
I've smoked so many cigarettes and drank so much coffee, and my shit's jumbled up and had weird teeth pulled. Nah, just I'm ready for them to get done.
And then what if you go bald and then you can't brush your teeth and you don't need shampoo?
I know that sucks. That would be how the world would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet
I'll shoot a
irony.
Bosley. You know, have that shit glued on or sewn on or whatever they do.
They're like, I brush my teeth, but nobody loves me anyway.
I know that feeling.
I'm also
I know
married-
that game now.
I'm also married for over 10 years, so I mean, you know,
Congrats.
I mean to thank you, but I mean, like, doesn't matter. I mean, at that stage
she's too
anymore.
scared to
so.
go anywhere now, so it's fine.
That's not at all what I meant. But
No.
Let's talk about toothpaste.
Jason's holding on by a thread. No. What else you got?
All right, so there's that. So, would you rather be a high school teacher or a rodeo clown? They make the same amount of money.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd say rodeo clown because you might get some sweet small town muff. And if you get some sweet small town muff as a teacher, you're in trouble.
That's a good point.
That's a
I'm gonna
really
go
good
teacher
point.
because I just got a thing against clowns and rodeos.
I don't like clowns.
Which one, the clown or the rodeo, or both?
I mean both. Let's just say, I mean, come on. I'm from Mesquite. The rodeo's big there.
Okay.
The Mesquite Road. No,
Alright.
no, but I'd rather teach. But the idea of teaching sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah, and being
Who the
around
fuck
kids all the
wants to teach?
time.
Then just high school kids disrespecting you. Every year that goes by is a year closer to the day that a high school kid could beat your ass.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
And, yeah, one day you'll get there, and then some ninth grader's gonna punk you, and you're like, go to the office.
some little ninth grader's going to do that thing we used to do. You know, you go to something like that, and I'm going to be like, ah! fucking get scared. Also, you have to sit there and teach these kids they're clearly on their way up to a better life than you've ever achieved.
They're full of promise. Everything's better. You're on the way out.
Yeah. Sounds like I'd just rather kill myself.
All right. Well, I'll see y'all later.
Have a safe trip home, or
Don't go teacher though. It's easier on the knees.
Rodeo clown for me, definitely.
Rodeo clown?
Yeah, no, because the opportunity is like still drink beer, work with animals,
rock flag,
be a
American Eagle
cowboy,
flag,
do rough shit.
You could do all that shit in high school though. The parking lot between classes.
roll into class in a barrel. Hey, kids!
All
Get a
drunk and
Trans
then-
Am, soup that shit up. That's my teacher ride.
I'm glad you said am because I was going to say.
Yeah.
The bell rings and you just dip into the barrel.
There's whiskey in here. Any teacher that impacted me negatively. So I think I'd go rodeo clown.
Rodeo clown.
Any teachers that I can remember in my head besides like one, and then Miss Jones who had a crush on in fourth grade because she always wore those business lady skirts and the thigh highs, and sometimes she'd bend over and you could see that the thigh highs stop at the thighs and they're not full on old lady pantyhose.
She sounds nice.
She sent me to office a lot, but I still got invited to her end of the year pool party for the good kids.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say funeral.
Yeah. But I also, she didn't invite me at first, and I cried and demanded and threw a fit till she invited
Really?
me. Oh, yeah.
So
I was
you're-
like,
I
I'm
think
coming.
women love more than dudes that cry about shit they don't get.
Hey, check what's out on TikTok right now, dude.
What is
I
it?
should be swimming in it. Dudes crying?
Is that a thing?
Dude, yeah. Women love dudes that cry.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at MGK's got Megan Fox.
Oh, does he cry a lot?
He should cry a lot, dude. He fucking sucks. Fuck that guy.
He just tattoos a hanky into his palm. He's like, yeah.
I'm ready to go.
but he's got gang colors on it.
Oh man,
I'm from the streets. Hand me my eyeliner.
yeah, from Malibu. Where's he from?
He's from
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Oh, really?
Cleveland.
Which actually is a
he
tough
was a
area.
rapper, if you remember. I mean,
Yeah, he used to rap until Eminem scared him out of his own goddamn genre.
Oh, really?
Now he's doing emo cover punk rock
Did you not
songs
know
that
this?
Suck, dude.
No, I mean I don't follow Machine Gun
you
Kelly's
only know
career.
of him to be like a punk rock type singer.
No, I knew he was a rapper and stuff, but I remember like him and like what's the dude that my mama called seeing you on what's the from Burleson, the white rapper guy that
Post
Oh,
Malone.
Post
Charlemagne
Malone.
went in on.
Post Malone?
Yeah, you know they're
Charlemagne-
calling them culture vultures.
What
You
did
know?
Charlemagne say about him?
Oh, he just went on the Breakfast Club and ate his fucking lunch, man, and
Dude, that's one of my fears.
you
Like,
could tell it hurt Post Malone's soul. It's a good episode. Y'all should look it up.
I love that meme of Post Malone where they say Post Malone's mustache looks like two Saint Bernards kissing, or two capybaras kissing, because they look like
And
two
then it
little dogs.
does when you see.
there.
Oh man, he's so rich.
I heard he's confirmed he is he's with child
Oh,
with
good. I
someone.
wonder when he's due.
Like when you said it, I was like he got himself
They're
pregnant.
pregnant.
Like he did.
Him and whoever he's with is pregnant.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never liked Post Malone. I think he's a poser, but that's also one of my fears is like getting good at comedy and then going places and getting on like say the Breakfast Club or something, and then having Charlemagne just make me look like a fat doucher, just like a fucking phony.
Which you will.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because
No, of
I'll
course.
watch it. I'm like, man, I'd say this if he said that. I'm like, nah. In the moment, I'd be like, yes, sir. Let me turn my shirt inside out. Let me turn my hat around. Do you want me to do your taxes for the rest of the show?
Oh man, Charlemagne's small fellow though. I would, I'd be.
But he's got
scared
such
to be-
a big
he's got
presence.
he's a smart guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a mouth like a fucking
He-
firecracker.
he's like one of those
he
people-
He would clown you easily. I'm sure. Me
Oh,
too. I'm sure.
so easily.
Of course.
He's one of those people I think about. Like, have you ever been heckled and they actually stumped you, and it made you get better at heckling? Like, he's one of those people that
Yeah,
I
East
feel like would
Dover.
make, that made me feel like a bitch. fuck the FCIT #1, but he's one of those people I know that would make me feel that way, just like a giant phony dumb. I would embarrass. He's good at what I'm saying is he's good at like setting a trap and let you embarrass your fucking self.
So when
and
is
that's what I try to do with hecklers now.
Oh.
But he's better.
So when is that? When are you going on the Breakfast Club?
I'm not, dude. I'll stay underground, dude. I'll just keep headlining bar shows. I don't care, dude. Fuck it. Just
That's
long
the
as I
one
stay-
you'll avoid.
Yeah, it's to stay out of the light. So
I'm
they
a fan
can't
of
see me.
Charlemagne, by the way.
Yeah, I like Charlemagne.
I like Donkey of the Day. It's typically I either like to laugh at his opinion of it or agree with it in some instances. Donkey of the Day that he does.
Yeah.
It's a bit he does.
Yeah. Another question, then we'll move on.
Yeah. Would you rather once a month eat a dish that you hated most or get tickled for a solid hour
Holy shit!
once a month?
Think of the cardio.
I don't know, because if I get tickled for an hour, I'm just gonna piss myself in 5 minutes, and no one's gonna want to touch me. So I'll probably do that.
Yeah, can you go? Can you like be rolling around and like kind of like when someone's actually tickling you and you kind of try to get away?
Yeah, I think
move
that sounds
around the
fair.
couch
Yeah,
and
you have every right to,
roll to the
but they're
far side of the bed?
continually getting you and tickling you for
Who's
an hour.
tickling me?
Somebody,
Someone you don't want
some-
to tickle you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your
but
boss.
they get you.
It's
They
your
get you.
It's
My
your
boss.
boss who already has power over you and makes you feel even smaller.
He doesn't have the cardio to tickle me for an hour.
Can I ask you? I've thought about this and I've never said this out loud and I've never heard anybody else talk about it. But when was the last time you got tickled? Like full on, someone tickled you and you were like fighting. To
Dude,
get
my
them to
wife
stop.
tickles me like just fucking around, and it makes me like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, stop.
Definitely my girlfriend. I don't remember the last time, but
Doesn't it feel like when you get tickled, like uncomfortable, like you're being molested? or
There's a
something?
sexuality
It's like
to
a
being
sexual
tickled.
power over me. Yeah, and I feel like
You're the receiver of sensations on the tickle.
I just imagine like when I was an altar boy and they never
were
actually
molested?
tickled me. No, they never did. But I imagine that if they did, that's what I would feel like that power over me, or that like it's like it just feels naughty. It feels bad. It feels like you shouldn't touch me there or that way.
You like being tickled?
I do not. But I mean, I'm not Catholic either, so I'll go with eating a meal I hate.
What meal do you hate?
Miso soup.
Miso soup? Yeah, it's like hot snot.
It's like and
No,
I
it's
love
just
tofu and
It's
I love
just
soup.
fish water with like a couple of tofus in it.
I don't know what it is about miso. I'm not a fan of miso. That's like the only thing I've come across in my life. I'm like,
Well, his is more like onions and beans.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm Mexican. I can't eat beans.
What?
And like I'm such a bitch that I've tried to force myself to eat beans, and I can't get them. I'll get them in my mouth, and when I go to swallow, I start just involuntary. I just start gagging. Even think about it now, it's giving me a lump in my throat, and it's. You can make me tell a story for the ninth
Most
time.
No,
of
it's
my life
fine.
I've had
I'll-
beans.
That's
I'll
it.
just
That's
tell,
good
I'll
enough.
tell you real
That's it.
quick.
That's good enough.
People don't listen to every episode. They-
Okay.
The knaves at home want to hear it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They can tune out. They just play this with the volume down while you sleep and give us numbers, bitch. But when I was a kid, my babysitter was an old Mexican lady. Fed me beans every day. Was tired of it. Brought a can of soup one day. I love chicken noodle soup. And I give it to her. She calls me in for lunch, and it's beans. And I refuse to eat it because I'm stubborn like a rock. And she pulled my hair
not
and
you.
shoved it down my throat. And I purposely threw up on her out of spite.
And that tickled?
And
or-
now I come every time I eat beans. No, I can't come unless someone shoves beans in my mouth.
yeah.
But no, now every time I try to eat beans, I've even been in jail for like days, and all they'll give you is bean burritos and muffins in the morning, and I'm surviving.
Bean
on
burritos aren't like
muffins.
real beans, though. That's
Yeah,
like
but still,
processed
it's still-
shit.
it's still
It tastes like
beans.
beans. Yeah, it's supposed
Yeah,
to. It's beans.
and whatever it is, my mind it thinks beans, and I'll chew it up. I'm like, you're Mexican, eat some beans.
I just don't
pussy.
fucking get it, man. Beans are
And
delicious,
I
man.
can't.
What do you-
I want to like them. They look good. Like
They are all
when I see
good. All
refried
of them.
beans on a skillet, they got the little cheese on top.
Okay,
Maybe
not
you've
even-
had just bad beans your whole life.
Dude,
Consider that?
My dad has 18 brothers and 2 sisters. I've had
okay,
real
so you
beans
gotta
that
get-
they didn't need cilantro.
Well, maybe you didn't need real beans. Maybe you need like canned beans or baked beans or
I've
American
tried it
beans or
all.
beanie
It's-
weenies or any of that shit.
I just can't do it, man. I will say, like beans that come in the can, they're just like the beans in the soup or liquid. I just don't like them. I don't like the way they're fucking looking
That's
at me.
weird.
So what was it that or tickled? Beans or tickled? You go tickle?
Over the beans. You hate beans and onions. Let's not forget onions.
I do. I like burned onions or fried onions.
Okay, so beans.
So yeah, it'd be beans and like tomatoes. I fucking
Just
hate
like a
tomatoes.
nice big bowl of beans and tomatoes. You'd rather get tickled for an hour?
Stop.
Really?
Stop. That's better. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah.
Gucci, Gucci,
No, you don't do it. Now it's a threesome. That's a rape. Anyways,
I
our
know it was
first official.
unconsensual completely right there. My apologies.
It's non-consensual, and that's our first official open mic podcast rape.
There we go.
Here's to many more. I'm just kidding. Oh, don't worry. Nobody's gonna.
We'll
watch
have
this.
awards on the
Thank God
100th
no one watches.
episode.
This is not- nobody watches.
My mom listens, and
Did she really?
Jason's neighbor. He's a friend. I'll call him my friend. I love
Yeah.
him. What's up, Joe?
Joe.
Fucking
Joe.
Fix
Joe,
those-
Joe.
Fix that transmission. What are you dropping right now? You putting a 3.7 in? You fixing a broken piston? That's cool, man. What are you having for lunch? All right, I'll see you Friday. Let's do a shot. He'll love that.
That was a
you
long
know,
shout out.
Yeah, it's fine. He's the only one listening, so
It's all good.
We literally just talked to him the whole time
If he smiled, it was worth it.
with his silky, flowy hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might take the meal because I'll just keep trying to eat it and throwing it up, and I don't have to feel like I was an altar boy.
I'll go meal.
What's your meal? What do you hate? What would you pick?
Man, there's not a lot I don't like. Obviously, there's
I'm fat.
no, there's.
I've seen this
beets.
man eat everything.
I don't like beets.
Indiscriminate.
That's something I don't like. I don't like beets.
You don't like
What?
beets?
No, I don't like beets.
Me and Jason were roommates off and on for 20 years across state lines. And in Florida, one year for Christmas, he made corned beef and cabbage. And I got so mad, I left.
Yeah,
You moved to Texas or what?
No, I just went to a strip club.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I went home.
because
basically.
home away
Strip
from
club.
home.
Yeah.
Mike's Palace. But I was like, it's Christmas, god damn it. And I was like, I got to the strip club. I was like, I'm an idiot.
I went to a
got
strip
drunk.
club on Christmas Eve when I was 18 because I had just turned 18 in December.
Ooh,
And I was like,
I want to go see some
I want to
titties.
see what a real naked person looks like.
That's right.
And, it was worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great way to stay in shape.
It's a great way to say it. Yeah. So what would you be tickled? Is that what you'd pick?
No, because I hate being tickled. I wouldn't choose being
Does that
tickled.
feel okay? I got the perfect word finally after 10 minutes of talking about this. Violated. It feels like a violation, right?
Well, it does feel like you're
I'll do-
violating myself because, it's funny maybe the first second or two, and then when you say stop, but they keep continually going, and then if it's to the point that you're out of breath because you're being tickled so much, that's just what I remember from mostly being a
Camping
kid,
with your
being
uncle?
a kid and shit. Yeah,
No one's tickled me in years. It's just like I've lost it. Whatever it was I used to have when I was younger that people wanted to tickle.
That gave you a squeal of
That's
joy.
gone now.
It's not there anymore. You're
I'll
crying.
say you're tickling my soul right now, pal.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I don't know. It's a violation. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Don't you get so angry once it gets to a point where it's like, okay, you tickle me, and you're like, stop! God damn it!
Oh, goddamn! Yeah, I can imagine. Your fucking vein pops out in your head.
Yeah. I'd do anything to get someone to stop tickling me once it passes a point. I'm like, all right, I'll just suck your dick. Just stop. Just fucking stop. Whatever. I'll be gay. Let's get married. Fucking stop tickling
You've
me. I don't
been
care,
tickled
dude.
in some precarious situations.
Dude, I fucking hate it. Let's move on.
Hey,
Actually-
I have a question, and
Okay.
we could totally veto it as we go if that's not
Sure.
the case. I know you really wanted to work on something, and I think you had something, and I know we're running a little tight on time now. What if we forego the spin wheel and you guys did the workshop?
Let's do your workshop. I'll do mine, and let's let them get one spin. You can't come on the show and not get one
Fuck
spin.
it, do a spin. All right.
What do you want to do first? You want to spin or workshop?
I'll do a joke that I did once and it bombed. And
My
also,
favorite.
I think I'm too emotionally raw. My mom just died.
Okay.
And I did a joke about.
Sorry to hear that, by the way.
Yeah, it's been a fucking nightmare. It's been awful. My sister just died a year and a half ago too. So the women in my family are dead, and it's fucking it's been the worst. Actually came out
So
here. I
far,
was
this
like,
joke is pretty good, dude.
is
I'm waiting for the punchline. I'm okay.
No, but it's just I was like, you know what? I wasn't even sure I was going to come to this. I was like, fuck, I'm really feeling. I actually feel better. I came out. I was like, fuck, I
Good,
haven't
man.
really
I'm glad
talked
to
to
have you
anybody
here.
or
Yeah.
really been out at all. So I was like, fuck. But right at a week after, I found out my mother died. I went to an open mic, and after I found my mom, and the cops came, all this bullshit all day long. I'm at that other house, and then finally I leave, and it's just late into the night now, and my girlfriend's like, well, let's go to Taco Bell, and I was like, cool, let's eat. I'll eat my emotions, fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck
The
it.
Mexican pizza just came out or whatever.
Yeah.
Finally.
And then we get to the thing, and I was like, give me 3 Mexican pizzas. And they're like, oh, no, we don't have any Mexican pizza. And I was like, I thought this day couldn't get any worse.
Bitch.
That's how my life goes, dude. I feel that because Murphy's Law, of course, they're out of Mexican pizzas on Dia de los Muertos. Yeah, it's
And
It's
well,
bullshit.
that's the joke.
It's fucking bullshit.
I told it. It bombed. I felt even worse. I was on the fence about even going out that night. I was like, maybe I should try to go out. It'll make me feel better, because it's like a drug. You hit it, and you're like, "Well, I bombed, but I still feel
You have a
good."
good setting.
what
Yeah.
You can have a good or bad, so you still get a little pop in your brain or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I was like, maybe I'll get the pop, and I'll feel a little better. I felt fucking worse after that mic. I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? I should have stayed the fuck home.
I was gonna say I'd never feel good after a bomb. I
Nah,
don't care.
man. Or when someone dies, it's the is it? I don't feel
Yeah.
good about either one.
Kind of like a twofer.
I notice when I do jokes like that, you have to find a way to obviously. It's like an emotional thing, and I think it's great that you're sharing something that's real and
I don't want to
genuine.
dishonor my mother. though,
Exactly,
either.
and you don't want to trash your mom, but you have to find a way, to.
You want to talk about what's on your heart. And
You want
shit,
to talk about what's on your heart,
mind.
make it's relatable. But I think especially in this area, it's harder to get laughs in DFW. I think that's a fact that it makes better killer comedians here because we have to earn every laugh. But I think you have to double down the parts, call them out for not laughing and be like, hey guys, when you guys don't laugh, it feels like my mom died again. So
Oh,
like,
okay.
so like, try to pull them in because I'll do that with a few. I have a few darker jokes like that where like I talk about the abuse with my dad and all that from when I was younger. And I'm like, you guys know when you don't laugh, it feels like my dad's abusing me again. Like you guys all look like my dad right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sharing my pain with you because I want to
And
relate.
people
as a
laugh,
human.
and then there's the laugh.
And usually they laugh and they're like
Okay.
opens them up. They're like, okay, I'm not, because it triggers them into being like sympathetic or empathetic.
Right.
Well, I don't know which one of those is probably
Both, a little
but
empathy
kinda a little
and
bit of both.
sympathy.
Get a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think you have to remind them like I'm sharing something real. Yeah, but remember, this is a comedy show. I came to share this with you to connect with you.
I will say this, dude. After this last couple of weeks, I'm like, oh man, talking about my balls seems so fucking trivial. You know, it's like all my material. I'm like, I don't want to say any of this shit right now. It's like, I'm not thrilled about anything. You know,
it's
especially my dick and butt jokes. You know, or whatever the fuck it is that I'm talking about up there.
But also too, you know, you're going to be in a funk for a bit. It's just something
yeah.
that you have to learn to live with. And I don't know. I'm making all this up, so I'm not a doctor.
Right,
I don't know what you
and I
thought of
booked
me,
the
but-
show a while back, the one I have this Sunday, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna do the show because I think it'll probably make me. I'll get out of the house. It might make me feel better. Devin's cool. It's a good opportunity. But I was like, well, I think after this, I'm just gonna fucking bounce for a little bit and just like.
I think
stay home.
just personally, I mean, obviously you know what's best for you, but personally, I think you should just dive into it more. I think
Just
you
keep
should
going. I got nothing. What else am I?
Exactly,
immersed.
exactly. Don't waste your time, and also maybe it'll help you work through some of those problems to talk about it and to be out amongst friends and at least have some part of your day
That's
be a
true.
good time.
And the comedy scene has been real sweet. They've been real sweet the past couple of years too. Everyone's been real cool and supportive.
That's
and
just
like,
my personal opinion. Like my sister was super supportive, and when she died, I had a show booked for that night of her funeral, the same day of her funeral. And like she literally yelled at one of the times I went to visit her in Houston. I ended up doing some shows, and I when I was leaving, I apologized. I was like, "I'm sorry, I did shows. I should have been here spending time with you. You're in the hospital." And she like grabbed my arm. She goes, "You don't have an education. You don't have a career. This is all you have. You better be out there doing all the fucking,
That's a
at
good
least trying to
sister.
get better.
That's a lovely
Be
sister.
doing shows." And
Well, you don't have an education.
no, well, I mean high school, but I don't have like
bet
No college education.
She knew she was talking
She
to.
knew
You
I
didn't
was
do
fucking
shit in high
dumb.
school.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
But she was. We had fights. Like we didn't talk for a couple of years, so we had a rocky relationship. But we got close again at the end. But one of her biggest arguments, she tried to yell at me to go back to school, and I was like, well, I can't pay for school. I got a job. I got to pay bills. Am I going to live with you for free?
Man,
I'm
pick
like,
up
I
a
can't.
basketball, pick up a football, get yourself a scholarship.
Yeah, pick up a basketball and sell to someone else. You know? but so that night of her funeral, I did the show and I didn't want to do it. I cried the way there and the way back.
Yeah,
I had a
man.
good set actually,
Good.
but it was like one of those country town bars where they're like want to be heckled and fucked with. So I mean, I didn't even have to think about my jokes. I'm just fucking with people who are talking out anyways. It doesn't make sense to do my jokes because they just want to be fucked with.
It's like hat tricks.
No, it was better than hat tricks. Hat tricks, hat tricks is like watching your parents fuck. Nobody wants to see that
I
shit.
feel like I really have not been heckled in a way that was like brutal, you know, like. Also, I'm kind of aggro on the mic sometimes. I just tell people to shut the fuck up, like go
Yeah.
hard at them, and they shut the fuck up, you know.
Yeah.
So, but,
If there's somebody that's questionable, like he might be able to kick my ass. Shit, I better shut up.
I turn the crowd against me when I do that, so I try to lead them into a trap or I try to do something to make themselves look dumb. And I'd be like, hey, with all due respect, like I didn't plan my whole day to drive an hour down here for 4 minutes of stage time to have some asshole ruin my set. So if you wouldn't mind, please shut the fuck up. Please, do you mind? If I do the things I planned, is that I try to like, because I've turned crowds against me. I've been like, shut the
I've
fuck
turned
up.
crowds. I've turned crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gives me a rush to turn a crowd.
Oh, man.
Do you still finish too, or that's just it? When you turn them completely,
I
that's
finish. Fuck it. I'm already.
Fuck it.
We're this far into it. I'm fucking.
okay. You're still gonna get it, bitches.
Yeah,
Still turning the
I got a
crowd.
3/4 nut going. I'm just saying to see how I feel about it now. I don't care what y'all
So
think
he's
about
turning
it.
this audience as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. Love you, Mom. I just have a premise. I haven't really worked on this
Okay.
joke. Does anybody else feel like Jesus was gay?
Hung out with a lot of dudes.
Okay, think about this. First off, Jesus never wore pants once. I've never seen anything with Jesus in pants. Always wore a dress or sarong, whatever you want to call it. He wants us to drink him. You want us to drink you, Jesus,
Sacrilegious.
Eat of his
Sounds
flesh.
kinda gay.
Eat of his flesh, right?
which is fine. On top of that,
I mean, it seems a little fetishy up
Well-
front. If we're putting
well-
this on like a dating app for
let's,
Jesus, yeah.
Well, yeah. Let
you know?
me get more of this out because I have this idea. Like,
Okay.
you want us to drink you, and then you also want us to eat your body. So that's two ways you're trying to get inside me, and you're not wearing pants. Also, from the age of like 12 till he was like 32, there's a lot of shit missing, and I feel like some homophobes took that out of the Bible.
Maybe.
Because why don't we know about Jesus' first prom? Why have you not heard about Jesus' first date? Why was Jesus not sexually attracted to anybody? You hung out with hookers, but you never banged any
Where
of them?
did he work?
Exactly, you fucking bum. Like, it's okay. If you're gay, he probably has better credit than I'll ever have, but still, Jesus, I accept you if you're gay. If you're straight, that's not cool, dude. I'm just kidding.
I heard he wore a lot of tracksuits.
What if I was Jesus?
What if you are Jesus and you don't even know it?
Oh, that's so dumb. Like, at least let me know if I'm Jesus.
Like realization comes later when the Lord is ready for you to know. Right about when you're going to die for everyone again.
Oh, that would be as soon as I get successful. That's when, okay, time to come on home.
Yeah.
We're like, but I'm having a good time finally. I'm actually, no. You're dying for everyone's sins. I'm like, fuck that. Let them keep sinning.
Barely made it to the 30s.
Yeah. Well, I'm way past that point. I don't know. What do you?
Sorry, go ahead.
No. What do y'all think? Fair enough.
Sacrilegious. Definitely has some sacrilege to
Definitely,
it.
but
It is funny if you incorporate. There would be more other things about, like, I think that even if you went in the direction of even saying, like, what if Jesus had an online dating thing already? Like, where is he swaying? Where's he going? I mean, like, list what's making him.
What if, you could also do if you're gonna do the gay thing, you'd be like, well, had the abs, he was real buff. Gay dudes are real buff all the time.
he never worked out. He just had abs. He,
I think it's going to come on. It's going to come on quantity, because if you just put a whole bunch of other things that are true and ironically relatable.
Is the joke gonna be making fun of him because he's gay, or are you?
No, I would
playing
accept
into,
him.
The spectrum, the rainbow of gay culture altogether.
Yeah, more like that, because I don't have a problem with gays. I just hate that they're going to hell for being.
Well, when you call them
gay.
gays,
No.
I think that's.
It's how hard I hit the G. I hit it wrong.
It was a hard G.
But
Yeah.
fucking gays. But no, it's more the fact that like it's okay if you're gay, Jesus. Like, I don't go to church anymore, but I would actually accept you if you were gay. Like, I would accept Jesus back into my life if you just told me the goddamn truth.
Hey, let me ask you this:
And
what
there's
if
nothing-
what if that was what the Mormons knew? What if the Mormons, that's their whole secret, is they knew Jesus was gay? They have those years in the scriptures of when he was gay.
And that's why they wear special
They
underwear.
also got rid of the fact that he was black, probably.
Yes,
Yeah,
well, he
rid of
definitely
that
wasn't
too.
white, even though the pictures say he was. Paintings say
That's why they wear special underwear so Jesus can't see their junk. That's why Mormons have. You know
like
that,
the
right? They
Jews
wear
got it
special
all wrong.
underwear.
You don't want to hide it from your brain. You hide it from your junk.
No, you hide your ass. He's gay. But just the fact that, like, I'd get baptized again if Jesus would admit to being gay. Shit, I'd let Jesus baptize. I'd get baptized in Jesus.
In the flesh.
And his cum. I'm sorry, this is the episode you're on.
I was like, I knew you were a racist.
Well,
But now I know you're also a homophobe, which I accept and I forgive. So does Jesus.
tomato homophobo. Whatever, same thing. You want to give it a quick spin and
Give
see
me
if you
a
hit anything
spin.
good? Spin it either direction as hard as you can.
Okay.
I'll hold the shaft for you.
Here, cut the ball.
We both hold the shaft. Ooh, that's a good one. Your best sex move.
My best sex move is the apology afterwards.
He already has flowers and
So
chocolate.
like, my bad.
That's
First and foremost, I apologize going in, but profusely afterwards.
women are like, fuck this dude, but man, that apology afterwards, shit, he makes
was
up for
very
it.
considerate of my feelings. Just that, like,
He made Mexican pizzas.
I don't even want to talk shit about him now. He was so nice.
Hey, on your way out, check the fridge. There's a present for you. There's Reese's Pieces in there.
just
and
an empty
shit.
bottle of mustard. You're like, take that home.
That'll
good.
wash the taste out of your mouth and pussy.
Man.
I do that with kitchen.
In your puss. Yeah.
I would definitely say that I was going into sex. I knew I was bad, and then like I had a lot of.
You were bad. You were new.
Kind of, I was new, right?
new.
Like comedy for the first couple of years, no one laughed, but.
Like prom night, you're just trying shit out in the dark, poking around in the dark till something
See, I
works.
went to prom with a Mormon girl, actually.
Ironically, is I'm
Was she
new.
Mormon?
Is I'm new at
No.
sex appropriate for the title?
What?
I'm new at sex.
I'm new at sex.
My bad.
How about if we don't come up with something in the crime, sorry for the sex. That's the name of this episode. What's your best sex move, Jason?
I gotta say, I'm still rocking the whole Patrick Bateman with the gym shoes on. I've removed.
Jordans in a backwards hat.
Yeah, totally naked. I've removed the chainsaw. My dick is the chainsaw now, and
He's got a fucking power tool cock.
we've got enough rooms in the house that I can do
Chase it
I can
through
do
the
a
house.
good chase. Yeah,
You ever done up the stairs, down the stairs?
yeah, absolutely. I wish
up the stairs down.
I
wouldn't be able to have
chase
sex
them
after I
upstairs,
made it up.
chase them downstairs before
Oh,
you
okay.
get her and fuck her.
I wish I could name it "Get Her and Fuck Her." If I chase somebody up the stairs, I'm not having sex for at least 2 hours.
I
That's
wish
too
I had
much.
like a forever circle
Like
in the
an
house, like
open
some people do,
floor
like
plan?
in movies. You see where they have just the like whenever I go in someone's house and I notice there's a full circle
Yeah,
that
open
like
floor plan.
it's like a killer getaway.
Like you're fucking her like you're in the movie Scream.
yeah, you can constantly get away, and I would like that. We'd go pretty far on that one.
I feel
probably,
like
so.
there was like about a 3-year gap where I was good at sex. And
So
then,
you
like,
had
it
your
just,
peak?
I had my peak in my late 20s.
Well, yeah, if being
Sure.
being
And
40,
then
I mean,
now-
for sure. Yeah.
That's how I bagged my partner now. I think it was like she caught me right at the right time. You know, like it's like
You caught her in the right time to hook
she
her.
caught me at my peak, and then like and I was like, it's all downhill after here, baby.
But we're together.
Yeah, now it's just
Yeah, but once you get together and like you're comfortable with each other and you know you can tolerate each other, it's like I don't need to fuck that good. He'll let me eat food off of my belly in the bed. I'm not going to find
Well-
this just anywhere. I got to talk someone into this after months and months of blowjobs.
Now you're saying this
Wait,
from
so
a,
you eat food off the belly? You've eaten food off people's bellies?
Oh, dude, have you not?
I don't
With your
bring
partner?
I don't bring my most disgusting trait into my second most disgusting.
Your
trait.
your most disgusting trait is
You know,
your
it's like
sex.
the sounds I make when I eat are almost as bad as the sounds I make when I'm fucking. So it's like I'm not trying to like maximize both those.
you got to lay a.
Plus, it's too.
No, I mean like after sex, you both lay there and you bring in snacks and like you just lay in bed and you just eat snacks in bed or whatever, or like on one of those lazy days. I don't know. I'm just
I've
imagining
never
what
done
couples
that.
do. I'm
Yeah, I feel like I
single again,
manage
so-
my own snacks and she'd manage her own, and
Well, that's because you don't share snacks.
it's not sexy time all the time. It's
I do
like
immediately
you know.
get dressed after fucking. I don't know
Right.
what that's about.
I can't
It's
be
not-
naked.
I know what it's about. I hate my body.
I
That's what
can't.
it's
Yeah, I can't be naked. I'll take my shirt off in front of a girl. I'll fuck naked, all that. But like after we get done, I immediately, if she like the last time I had sex, she went to the restroom to spruce it up a
You
little
pop
bit.
that tracksuit back on.
You're like, boom,
the
I'm
buttons back
snapping
together.
socks.
Yeah,
You're like,
Snap it.
I'm Mikey B from 25 minutes ago.
She comes in and I'm breakdancing on some cardboard like I didn't just fuck.
So I want you to remember me at my best, fully clothed.
Yeah, but I can't even just sleep naked by myself. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm so uncomfortable with my own body. I'm like I need
too.
cloth.
Your body.
Yeah, that you should be, dude. I moved in here because my last roommates, there's too many roommates to walk around the house naked. And
Really?
this roommate stays in his room a lot. So
They're
I just
really
do it.
free thinkers and earthy.
You had a couple of nudists. I'm assuming they were dudes. So walking around.
All dudes.
donged out.
One of them lived in a van and then built a bedroom in the garage, and then in the middle of the pandemic bought a used inflatable blow up hot tub. That was for soup.
And then he. Oh, okay.
Like he was a gypsy, a full on gypsy,
Yeah.
a white gypsy, so I can call him gypsy. It's fine.
Yeah.
But literally, if you worked out and you were sweaty, he'd make you get in the hot tub. That gypsy was stealing salt, boy.
Really?
You were
Gypsy-
seasoning his pot.
Yeah, that gypsy, you're seasoning the gumbo,
You
dude.
can see when it gets lower because there's just a ring. It's like, I gotta put more soup in.
You
Like,
can see the broth run the line,
But that's the flavor settling.
dude. Yeah, you can fucking sit there and eat a whole radish while you soak it up.
I remember I was in Fort Worth at a restaurant one time, and there was like a gang of provocatively dressed like young teenage girls crammed into. There was like 10 of them crammed into a booth for like 4.
Nice.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on over there? And the waiter goes, oh, that's the gypsies that live over here. Like in Fort Worth, I guess there's a gypsy community.
And they just go hang. That's them hanging
and they
out.
would just hang out there, and they're like, yeah, they'll
We'll
try
get
to
a-
steal some shit from you.
We'll get a chips and salsa, but bring us some salt shakers.
Yeah, I was scared. I saw
You're
them,
like
I was
half of them are
something's
kind
going
of
on over there.
hot, but shit, I don't want to like
I've met
get
some,
ripped off.
There's in Waxahachie. There's I think they started out as gypsies, but now it's the people who run Scarborough Fair, and which is also Screams. But they have a community right there on the property, but separated from it. That they
Is this
all
some sort of
live
a
on.
commune?
It's like a commune, but it's all the
What?
people. Even during Scream season, they dress in medieval attire. What do you call it? Like they dress like they're all from fucking Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Year round, and they drive around in the Scream's hearse. And when I was in high school, I
You got,
worked
like, wax
there.
hands everywhere.
Dude, and it screams as like the haunted houses, right? So it's a hearse that's painted up with like blood and all this stuff, and then all these people from Middle Earth pop out. And I worked at Whataburger when I was in high school and at Scarborough Fair, and they'll come up there and sit in Whataburger and order like 2 combo meals for 14 of them, and they'll sit there for hours just stinking up the place. Like I could smell it in the back when I'm on the grill. I could smell these motherfuckers out here. Back when you could smoke at Whataburger and they had the disposable
Those little
ashtrays.
tin ashtrays.
And they'd always fucking steal all of
You could
them.
always
Like, it's
mash
not
it
real
up.
gold. What do you just don't even steal it? Fucking
Bite it. Oh yeah, take these ashtrays.
They're making teeth out of them.
I know that.
They might be
What are they
making
called?
shakes.
Travelers. Are they go Roma?
Nomads.
They call them nomads.
Well, I mean, that's
I think the
just
ones
in
in Florida,
general,
they're like Irish
like
traveler.
nomads is just a general term. But I think these people started out as like nomads or gypsies, and then they started Scarborough Fair, and then they just were there year round.
And it's still going on now.
It's still going on. 40
That's
years.
20.
Of this
Yeah, I was
shit.
gonna say if that was when you were in
I was
high
a
school,
baby
that's
when this
25
started.
years ago.
You know, it's nice that they've maintained their culture for 40 years. Like, Mexican moves over to Texas or whatever, and it takes their kids to disappoint them. They're like, my kids are fucking white now. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they've maintained
Which is gross.
their identity.
White people are gross.
Hey, I'm glad you said it, not me.
I'm half white, so it's fine. That's my double.
It's only half okay that you say it. I mean, it's the other half hurts.
Well,
I-
some should hurt.
But I also
full-blood
know
appreciate
White
that
people have
comment.
had it good for a long time. They deserve a little hurt. It's okay. All right. Well, this bit died. Let's move on. Let's get to the final segment because now it's time for some crime stories.
Oh.
Time for crime stories, bitch. 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 Time for crime stories, bitch.
That's smooth, right? It's the only part of the episode I do good.
Teen accused of trying to kill jogger. Teenager. Logan Smith is who we got here on this one. You think this is in Florida, Chicago, New York?
Logan Smith
Yeah.
sounds like Palo Alto, California.
Sounds California. All right, we'll find out in a minute.
California?
California.
California?
Okay. Logan Smith is accused of attacking a jogger, and he was armed with an aerosol Axe deodorant can and a belt from a robe.
I feel like there was
Dude.
drugs involved.
It sounds like he was going to come. He was going to spray himself with an autoerotic asphyxiate.
It sounds like a
himself.
kid on drugs to me. Totally. That's what it is.
Well, aren't all kids on
Axe,
drugs?
but at least he smells like a normal
He smells
teenager.
good. He
At
knows
least
to
he
cover
smells
it
like
up.
a frat guy.
Florida teenager is accused of tracking movements of a man who regularly jogged past his home with the intention of killing him and keeping his corpse in his closet to play with, is what they determined.
That's elaborate.
I mean, why?
That's a lot of details.
First off, after reading the story, why did this kid even come out even saying some shit like this? Just no, I just was going to attack him. Boom. End of
idiot.
story.
Why would you get caught and be like, no, I was just going to kill him and keep his corpse? And
That's
I've
how
been
out of
planning
touch
this.
that teenager is. He probably doesn't watch crime shows.
He has affluenza for sure. You know,
But man, that's crazy. He's like, I don't know. I was gonna like mess with his fingers, his dead fingers. What the fuck? He
he thinks it's okay. Like I was just going to keep him.
That's like, yeah. He's like, I'm just.
Well,
trying to
in
figure
Florida, they call that a potluck.
this out. He's like, why is that?
he could have
Because it's
lived.
Florida and it's a lawless goddamn swamp.
Well, he also lived in Boca, probably. So it was just like my mom said I can have one.
No, if he lived in Boca, that means when that guy dies, he looks like everybody else who's alive in Boca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Oh,
true.
I'm sorry. It's pronounced Jew heaven.
Yes.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with Jews. I felt the way you looked at me when I said it.
I take issue with the word heaven. On that one.
But it's also the yarmulke-less Jews. It's not the Hasidics. It's the
warmth.
it's the Hollywood
warmth of
Jews.
Florida. You
Yeah.
know, are they gonna suffer in the snow till they die?
Those are the lizard people. They need to lay out in the sun.
I'm trying to get me a good tan.
Well, who the fuck plays highlight too? Do you even know what that is?
It's like a weird tennis hook. Fucking what's that polo?
Why is it so
lacrosse? I don't
popular in
understand.
rich parts of Florida?
I lied. I don't know what it is. I just
don't know
know
what it
in the
is.
movie Black Mass with Johnny Depp, they talk about fixing highlight games, and I still don't know what high.
I have no clue what
Isn't
it
it
is.
spelled like J-A-I?
Yeah, it's like Jai-Alai. Jai-Alai. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
No. Tell us more.
All right. Logan Smith, 18, arrested on Monday, charged with one count of attempted murder in connection with the failed strangling of the victim near Smith's Cocoa Beach home. So it's towards
Cocoa Beach. That's Fort Lauderdale. That's Atlanta.
No, that's much more north of Lauderdale. That's
yeah, but
getting
it's
by
that, I'm saying it's
Daytona.
that side. It's between Daytona and there. It's-
Yeah.
How did he
it's
fail
Atlanta-
strangulation? His teenage hands got tired, or what? Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, he should have a lot of energy, right? Practice.
He couldn't strangle that middle-aged neck, or what is it?
Maybe he had. Maybe his dick was way bigger than this person's neck.
Is it possible? Teenagers nowadays, you never know, right? Okay.
Weird
All right.
dick.
According to an arrest report, he 1 week before the arrest, he had allegedly collected an arsenal of so-called weapons from his home, like deodorant cans, a rubber mallet, and a
Why
belt.
do they keep calling it a weapon? It's Axe body spray. It's only a weapon to spring baked pussy.
He used this as a kit while he would lie in wait for this person to run by, and I guess he just had a bag of tricks. I guess, each one had a story and a fucking premise. Maybe, I don't
A
know.
bag of Axe. You get swagger. You get after
He
hours.
sprays them. He's like,
Orion for you. Now I know your smells.
No, I know how it's a weapon because you spray a jogger, then the jogger gets attacked by all the pussy in town. They drown him. He drowns him without taking him to the ocean. They're like, this guy drowned. He's nowhere near the beach.
Yeah. All right. Defendant walked directly across the street where he hid behind a light pole and some trees. He placed a mallet and the Axe aerosol can on the ground next to him, and he waited for the victim to come running down the street as he did
He was just
regularly.
like hiding behind a pole. Like, you're never gonna see this coming. I'm gonna axe this fool to death.
This guy sounds like Wile E. fucking Coyote.
He's real tall and
Paints a
narrow.
tunnel on.
Yeah, did he paint a tunnel on a fucking brick wall?
He could have.
As soon as he runs into this wall, I'm gonna play with his dead body.
Yeah, that wasn't Axe body spray. That was Acme body spray.
No. Okay. Acme.
Yeah, that's a good joke if you remember
It was
the
pretty
cartoons
funny. No.
from 80 goddamn years ago.
Yeah. All right. He waited and lied to spring or whatever the fuck they would say. Like he's lying to spring. No, I don't know what the fuck it's saying. He's lying in wait, lying
or
in wait,
whatever.
ready to spring and
Motherfucker's
pounce.
hiding in a bush,
He
yo.
wants to pounce on his victim as he runs past the light pole. So he proceeded to actually instead jog after him a little bit because the whole pouncing thing didn't work out. And then
Yeah, I don't think he realizes people jogging are in motion.
they're fucking fast too.
You can't stand
also.
still to
And if
catch
you're
them.
scared, you run faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this guy didn't even know, from what I'm gathering here, that this person was behind him yet because he ended
Also,
up.
I'm sorry, but also here, if you're scared, you go to church or you get a dog.
Oh, good dog.
If you're scared, you get a dog.
Okay,
That's the saying.
all right. Sorry, I interrupted.
It's better than go to church.
I thought this joke was a lot better. I shouldn't have interrupted.
Okay.
I apologize.
So what do you think he used? He had the axe, he had
he's
the
Cuban.
mallet, and
Definitely
he
a
had
Cuban.
the belt thing. What do you think he used?
Oh, I thought
I would use the mallet.
What is he?
I would use
mallet?
the mallet, wouldn't you?
That's
Next.
assault, brother. I mean, I've been hit with a mallet before.
You can fuck someone's shit up in
Oh,
the
I
head,
got
man.
fucked up from getting hit with a mallet. I said a whole theory about Jesus being gay. Where do you think that comes from?
What do you think he used? The axe body spray,
Was
the
the axe
belt, or
body
the
spray in
mallet?
a sock or something? I don't understand.
In a bag, so he could have used it and swung it. I don't know. Sprayed him in the face, sprayed him in the nose.
Maybe he used his charming wit to
Fire?
subdue him.
He fucking. I know what he did. He sprayed
He
himself.
flirted with him.
He sprayed himself with Axe body spray, and the jogger's like, "Oh, come here, son." He's like, "You like jogging? I like jogging." He's like, "I've been jogging too, but I don't smell like it."
He chose the belt.
This is what makes me think of, like, when we think of psychopaths, we think of like a cunning, smart, intelligent, manipulative person. But this guy's clearly like a dumb psycho.
He's going very impulse right now.
like
very
that's-
impulse.
I don't know what's scarier, a dumb psycho or
Hold
like,
on, I'm sorry. He's like what you described first, cunning and all that. Ted Bundy.
Yeah, Ted Bundy.
Yeah, he's more like a
Charm.
retarded Bundy.
He's like
Uh-oh. I saw what you
How
did
does that,
there.
How does that works though? I mean, he's killing people. Fuck this guy. We can call him whatever we want.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the N word.
Yeah. Well,
We'll do it
anyway.
off air.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
fine.
stop. Anyway.
But he used the belt.
He used the belt.
Is this
that's
my
what
dad?
he chose to go with. Yeah.
That's what my dad always
I mean,
chose.
maybe that's what his dad did to him. He always got the belt. That's what he was worried about. He put it over the victim's head, neck, and pulled him down to the ground. However, the victim was able to overpower him on the ground because, ironically, the jogger also was into martial arts and shit. You know,
and was
so
horny from the Axe
Beat
body
the shit out of
spray.
that teenage. I still feel like I have the power to whoop a teenage ass. but-
yeah, as long I mean, like if you're like
For
in
like
a
2 more years.
if you're like in a
If I
in
don't
a,
get caught on by surprise.
yeah, if you're in a tussle with them, if they like sucker punch you and shit, I mean that's like a grown man force still sucker punching you. You got to be like tussling and shit with them, and I think I can like snap a neck, break an arm, subdue, submit anything. You know
Oh,
what
I
mean?
would destroy a teenager. Mentally, he'll probably beat me physically though.
Yeah. In a post-attack interview, Smith allegedly told the investigators he had been monitoring the victim's routine for about 6 weeks. He allegedly claimed that he finally decided to attempt to grab him and kill him after he watched the new Scream movie.
So, okay, first off, check the original First Idiot.
Yeah.
Second off, so he caught the guy and the guy threw him on the ground and beat him up?
Yeah, you ended up kicking the shit out of that guy
It
instead.
took 6 weeks of planning. He's like, okay, I got the axe can, I got the belt.
But that's like when you write a
Right.
bit and you think it's really good and you go on stage and bomb with it, you're like,
Yeah.
and he admitted that he wanted to kill the guy?
He came clean on everything. He said the original intention was to axe spray the jogger in the eyes as he passed by, so that didn't work out. And then he further planned to place the victim's body in his closet at home, and nobody would know, nobody would find out. And he said he'd have the body all to himself, and that he like wanted to just like
That's that.
He's like,
you
I
didn't have
I
to.
want to fuck it.
He did not have to say anything.
but I did wanna play with it.
because when
Yeah.
you say I'll have the body to myself, you're gonna fuck it.
yeah. He was like
he was
nothing
gonna fuck that
sexual.
body.
He's like it's nothing sexual. I was just
I
curious
promise.
about.
I was gonna fuck myself and come on the dead body and see if it
I
brought
was
it
just
back to
gonna
life.
cut things off on him and see is that better than fucking it? I
wonder
guess.
how, first off, I don't have any closet space in my apartment.
For a
So,
grown man that's in
this
shape.
kid-
That was
this
good.
teen-
That
this
was good.
teenager's got like a privileged life. I could tell already.
Already.
What was his name? The teenager?
What was it?
Did you
Like
say
fucking
Logan?
Trevor Smith or something. Logan Smith.
Logan Smith. So a
Logan.
white guy.
Logan
Yeah,
Smith.
he's definitely not fucking down in Miami partying on the beach.
I feel like this kid just totally wanted to fuck his parents over and like just created the most elaborate fucking story of some degree. Like what else?
embarrassment for the family.
What else is there for rich kids to do other than fucking disgrace their parents?
Well,
to be honest with
obviously,
you.
waste a whole can of axe spray.
Hey, I'll tell you from experience, you don't have to be rich to disgrace your parents.
Yeah, but it's on a bigger level. Maybe when your parents are important people, also. You know,
Touche.
that might be the thing.
I have this joke is floating around in my head since you're talking about it, but I'd like to imagine him running after the guy saying, "Can I ask you something?" That's also a good title. Can I ask you something?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
So it's ongoing. There's no charges. Like the charges are actually that attempted murder, but it's going through court right now. It said that they asked the boyfriend of Smith's mom. So he wanted to be clear. I am
stepdad.
not his
I
dad.
am not his stepdad either.
Not his father. I am his mother's boyfriend.
I'm the guy who
Oh, I
fucks
found
his
his picture.
mom. You did?
Yeah.
Let me see. You got a picture of him?
No.
You don't? Thanks for doing the. Just
That's
the
it.
job.
That's
Let
probably
me see.
it.
That guy. Send me that, and I'll post it on our on the IG, bruh.
And
But
he's got facial hair and everything. Look at this kid.
let me see. How old is this kid? Did it say?
No.
I mean,
Did it?
he's got to be at least 17 going on fucking rape.
Yeah, 18. He's 18.
he's
Oh,
not a
he's not a
bad look.
kid.
He's
That's a fucking
18
full on
years
murderer.
old.
Look at, he's got bad skin. Looks like meth skin. He's got a widow's peak that's peeking into next week, dude. Look at that dip. Fucking Eddie Munster's a pussy.
You
next
could
to this
tell by
kid.
his mouth posture that he's not with it.
No.
Yeah.
You know, like because like
see it.
kids learn how to imitate other people's faces when they're babies and stuff.
He looks disturbed.
He never learned that.
He
Yeah.
looks like his dad used to, probably. His actual dad.
The boyfriend of the mom says that he's pretty much kind of like a loner. Was, you know.
Because nobody who wants to hang out with that, dude. That's scary. And like, not to shame the kid, but fuck him. He tried to murder somebody with Axe body spray. Fuck this guy. That's a. If he hasn't, he's definitely skinned his fair share of cats, right? Like that guy
Oh,
tortures
for sure.
cats.
According to this, his stepdad says he always hogged the remote. Also,
So that's the signs.
That's the worst
Watch for
piece of
that.
shit on the planet, right there.
My kids are so submissive to the remote. I'm like, give me the remote. They're like, here you go. I'm like, cool. You guys aren't serial killers.
he was also played football. He played football. Also, I see a picture of him on the football team.
He loves to hurt people. He
He's
looks
always
like it.
it's always a good kid in the background. It's a good kid. It's a good kid.
He doesn't look like he was ever a good kid.
No, he looks like trash.
He looks like he terrorizes the neighborhood, and he's hiding in a bush with Axe body spray, a belt, a mallet, and trying to kill and fuck joggers.
Yeah.
You know what's great is that his interrogation will probably be on YouTube in about a week. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Very
I
likely.
can't wait to see his. I
You know
love.
what? It'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
I hope.
You heard
Shit.
it here.
Whoa, Logan
First.
Smith.
Logan Smith. Don't come find me. You know how I know this guy's an idiot? His plan from a standstill to murder the victim he picked was someone who's ultra fit and jogs in front of his house every day. The guy's in perfect shape, and you want to chase him down with fucking Axe body spray
Yeah,
and a
body
belt?
like gay Jesus, working out all the time.
Like, who's a better person that passes by though? Instead, then regularly that might pass by.
Someone you've never seen before.
Yeah,
So a
he definitely
stranger-
wanted to fuck that guy. He's like, oh, him. And then in 6 weeks, he's like,
No, he caught a vibe on that. He was just like, "No, this is the one I'm most attracted to."
caught a
You know-
vibe.
No, wait! I'm not attracted to it. It's for something else.
No, it's he goes
That's funny.
to
Yeah, he's
school.
a teenager. He's still afraid of his own sexuality. But he's like, I was going to play with his dead body. Yeah, but I am
Not with my
sure.
dick part or his dick part.
No, I just learned about bathing suit areas. I was checking them out.
Speaking, I one time when I lived in Denton, I had my friend was over. He's gay, and all these
Thanks for clarifying. I
across
was
the street.
scared.
All these across the street teenagers like would always come over to our parties, and they were like fucking ruffians. These kids, they were like teenagers, but they were like. They couldn't keep them in the house because they always break shit and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I was only like a few years older than them, but so everyone left the party and my friend TJ was there, and then he went outside to go smoke a cigarette and he was gone for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or long. I was like, where the fuck did he go? So I went out and I was like, I don't see him. And then I went to I heard something on the side of my house or apartment, and I went and he was the teenage boy from across the street was fucking him over the air conditioner.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, whoa! And I went back inside. And then the teenage boy ran inside and was like, "Lo, I am not gay. I am not
Just
gay."
to clear this up.
Not gay.
I'm only gay near HVAC.
I kept going, dude, it's okay, you're gay. I'm not gay.
I'm not gay as he's fucking your roommate in the butt.
Oh,
Was he
man.
giving or receiving?
He was topping.
He was topping.
So that's maybe in his teenage mind, he's like,
So-
still straight.
You can say
Yeah.
he was sprinkling.
Is that what they like? Is that a thing?
They do now.
Sprinkling?
That's what if it's a topping.
Oh,
Right?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get it.
I like
get it.
puns, and he likes buns.
He
I'm a
likes
man.
buns. I wonder
Yeah.
what he's doing these days. He's probably.
Have you seen that
Still
roommate?
getting bent over.
Yeah, he's probably. No, I'm still friends
No,
with
he's the
TJ, but-
bender over.
Oh, the teenager.
The teenage
The
top.
other one. Then he's
He-
probably on Craigslist.
You know what? That kid's got
He was
moxie.
he was a townie. He was a Denton townie too.
Oh, of course. I
shit.
knew that when you said that. Yeah, I
was
live
here in Denton.
Yeah, we're not in Denton right now. Shut up.
Just kidding. Whatever. What is this, Garland?
That kid's sassy. Like, that kid's got some moxie. I feel like I'd like to think he's out there being an openly gay man now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
He was like a real tough guy that was like overly acting tough, and I was like, you got.
Oh,
His,
yeah.
his 3 daughters are very supportive.
Those-
Probably.
Those dudes are always gay.
Yeah.
You fucking punk.
He was like that. Man, he was rough. No fun to be around.
I bet he was rougher on your roommate.
He wasn't my roommate; he was my friend. But he would kick him out.
So you hung out with teenagers that would come fuck
No,
each
that
other
kid.
over.
No,
and
that
say-
kid would just come over uninvited. They would just walk up, and I was like, "Who are these fucking?"
That's-
how it started. They lived right across the street, and anytime we're like outside our door, they just walk up. Like, what are you doing? Y'all smoke weed? What's up?
Dude, after
you
the
might give him a few bucks to do shit around the house or something.
No,
it
he'll-
sounds
I
like,
bought- no, I
sounds
bought
like
weed
he'll
from him.
take
oh.
you. To
It sounds like hanging out with like Jackass, only on like the level where they're
But
like
not
actually
fun or cool.
not fun or cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't say
Just
that
the
kid
drugs.
fucked somebody over your AC unit and say he would just come over.
I do have to say that apartment got nice and cold. Great HVAC system they had there.
That's a lot, dude. I've lived in places where the AC didn't work that good, and I'll take kids fucking over my AC over a hot house any day.
If it'll make it better, fuck yeah.
And especially he's fucked him outside. It's not like he came all over your floors or
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's respectful, like.
The essence of jizz is only in the air through the AC. So yeah.
you ingested this kid. Like, it's pretty hot out, but I don't want to eat Brandon. Fuck it, let's have some.
Why does it
Brandon,
smell a
dude.
little assish in here?
It smells like Badusa in here.
There's a famous composer called Debussy, but
Yeah,
it's spelled
Debussy.
like Debussy.
Nice.
And I didn't know that for many years.
It's a Family Guy joke. I heard it. They keep saying they had like a foreign guy. I can't remember what ethnicity they were making fun of, but it was like, oh yeah, he was doing jokes about like classic composers, like you always finish on the back after Debussy. And I was like, that's a good joke. I wish you didn't write that, Family Guy, because I would love to steal it. but I
Fuck you
can't.
guys.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
I think that's it. Throw a hot coffee in my face. Oh man. Use the Axe body spray. From what I hear, it works better.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I will say this though, my current girlfriend, when I first started staying that night at her house all the time, by the bed she had a hairspray can and a lighter.
Ready to
broke
blowtorch you.
in, she'd flame them.
It's a good weapon, dude.
Is it?
That's.
I think
I was like, this is insane.
It's super flammable.
What if their lighter stops working? Like click, 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 click.
All you need is a little bit to get their hair, their eyebrows, you know, something like that.
If you just feel that heat on your face and you smell that burning hair, you're gonna stop. All you really need now, you don't even need the whole flame. You just need that spark in the hairspray. It's so flammable. And I know that because when we were younger, me and my cousins, my two of my girl cousins and me, we would spray hairspray on our pants and then light it on fire, run around like we're in a movie.
Yeah, or your hand or whatever.
Yeah, I'd do it in my hand until like I hurt my
People were like,
toes
"Oh
bad.
my gosh, he can touch fire!"
But it's so hot. Or you remember the thing where you used to spray the lighter into your hand and then you light it and open it and it's
yeah.
That's that shit. I see those videos on TikTok. So like what we did in the 90s.
I was a little piece of shit.
And you're trying to touch your
I
nose.
would get my
Shit.
friend.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, can I borrow your lighter?" And then I'd just throw it on the ground and pop it.
Yeah.
Like, thanks.
I would.
We used to beat
I
that
did
kid
that.
up because we needed that lighter.
I would spray a line and then have like a Hot Wheels car there, and then spray that heavily, and then just light it and go, and it would make like Back to the Future flames on the ground, like like that.
Look at Steve McQueef.
That and I melted the muscle guys. You remember the pink muscle guys?
That's a clear sign of a sociopath.
Yeah,
I've read that.
And the GI Joes and the He-Man.
Yeah.
All right.
I never melted them. I was like,
I mixed their arms.
I was like, these are my things. Why would I destroy them?
I didn't
this.
take care of my shit.
We like nice things here, Michael.
Yeah,
I don't remember what that's from. I don't know. Whatever. Is that it? Anything else?
that's it.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
This is it. That's
All
all I
right.
got.
I feel like we had nothing the whole time, but it's fine.
It feels good. Yeah.
What did we say for the title? Sorry for the sex?
Yeah,
Sorry for the sex, or let me ask you something.
one or the other.
All right. I'll figure it out later when I'm higher.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
thanks for coming, dude. One of my oldest
yeah.
friends in comedy. Appreciate it. Tell people your social media where they can find you.
Find me at
Anything else you want to promote?
Damn Dante on Instagram. I got a show May 7th at Fort Worth Hyenas opening up for Devin Clark. And come kick it. It'll be fun. I appreciate follow. Give me a follow.
Yeah, find him on Instagram at Damn Dante, DAM. And if you can't spell Dante, you're probably one of our fans.
Like damn. Like
Yeah.
DAMN.
There's an
Dante.
N too?
Yeah.
Damn, Dante, like the real spelling of damn.
Like
yeah.
damn or whatever.
Yeah.
Damn.
And your Instagram, you got anything else?
That's it. I got
Facebook?
nothing.
Okay.
I don't do Facebook.
I know the feeling. Also, check out my Instagram at Mikey B the Comic. I do have shows coming up. I don't remember right now. May like 18th through 22nd. I'm out of town anyways. Denver, Cheyenne, Wyoming. A town in Kansas I can't pronounce. It looks like it's Asian, but it's not because it's in Kansas. It's like Shonchen or Scone. I can't do it.
I'm going to go piss.
Go ahead. I'll close it out while you go pee. Let's talk shit about him while he's gone. Did you see his shorts? Gross. But yeah, at Mikey B the Comic on Instagram. Find us if you know where to find the podcast at the Open Mic Podcast, MIKE. Search that all platforms except the Twitter is.
Open Mic 5000.
And also check our TikTok. I need to promote that. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button up top and the bell for notifications. We're dropping a lot of clips, a lot of short ones, a lot of other stuff. Make your friends listen to them, especially if you don't like them. And I mean, I'll promote shows with more next week. I think that's it.
All right.
You got anything else?
No.
Fuck you, Dante. Love you, buddy. Bye.
Peace.